I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 60 out, roll. We got double up. Watch it.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They try right side here, Gurley. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now it's Gurley. Finding room at the 30, and he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
You must be getting tired of seeing.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. On first down, it's Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson buying time to his left. And that is incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Flacco. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Flacco looks to throw. Short throw to Disley. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Yeah, he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Jackson, and that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Todd Gurley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, this is Madison. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They do snap it. Flacco now. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Gurley again here on 1st down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On the counter, Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And Forbath will put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going in.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Chris Conley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Here's Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check 31. Check 31.
He'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the 30 on 2nd down, Flacco. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Running from the shotgun with Madison. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson being chased out left. Going into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken short. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Flacco, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Vigil just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On first down, Flacco. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run it with Madison. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. To pass, Flacco. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Hey, let's go. 57. Mike, 57.
Rolling the dice on 4th. Flacco. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This one quickly into the hands of Landry. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Jackson. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Forbath, the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Flacco now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 2nd and 12, Flacco. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter from Oakland. The Bills have taken the lead late in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Watch the ship. Check 3, Tim. Sponge.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And able to find Green. And he's got this down to the 35. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time. But now it's 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Again they run with Gurley. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Flacco from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Flacco's throw there complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Jackson to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Madison, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. He'll look to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Regular. Gun.
Flacco to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 39 yards there, a big one. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now Jackson dancing to his left. He'll run it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the 49ers, their good start continues as they get their